Welcome students. Myself Rahul Kotkar and this is the video made for chapter Mechanical Properties of Fluid. This is our second lecture. In the previous lecture we are studied about the general properties related to the fluids, pressure due to the liquid column. Okay, so some basic concepts we studied there. Now in this topic we have to study the atmospheric pressure. So what is the atmospheric pressure? Okay, first we understood about the atmosphere. What is the atmosphere? The atmosphere is nothing but the layer of air present above the earth surface, which is called as atmosphere. Okay, you know that if suppose we consider that this is the earth, so there is the presence of air above the earth's surface in all possible directions. Okay, so there is the presence of air, and this air present above the earth's surface, that is called as atmosphere. So earth atmosphere exerts the downward force due to its weight. It's simple one. If you consider that this is the earth surface, okay, or earth, and above which there is a presence of atmospheric air till this circumference. Okay, so this circumference will exert, or this particular presence of air exerts the force here, and that force is due to the weight of the air column, and that is always in a downward direction. So the pressure exerted by the atmosphere is called atmospheric pressure. Simple. Pressure exerted by the atmosphere is called atmospheric pressure. Okay, then atmospheric pressure at any point is the weight of the column of air of unit cross section starting from that point to the top of that atmosphere. Okay, for example, let me consider here this is your sea level, and here this is a mountain. Okay, so in this case what we can see, we observe here at a sea level you will observe that there is the much more pressure will exert. The reason is there. Okay, if we consider that this is the vertical lines, okay, means in this particular cylinder, okay, we consider here the cylinder, it consists of the air particles. Okay, as we know very well known that the LPG cylinder present in our home have a certain weight when it filled, okay, and there is a less weight when it empty. Means what? The air or the gas which is present inside that cylinder have a certain weight. So this weight is due to what? Presence of air molecules or gas molecules inside that cylinder, and this gas molecules exerts the force in a downward direction, and this force is nothing but what? Weight, and which is equals to mg. Okay, so what is the definition given here? What is the point given here? The atmospheric pressure at any point is the weight of the column of air on unit area of cross section. Okay, means how much the atmospheric pressure exerted at a given point. Let's suppose I consider here how much the atmospheric pressure exerted at this point. To calculate that, what I am doing, I just consider that how much the weight of the air column acting per unit area of cross section, okay, per area of cross section from the point to the top of that atmosphere. Okay, means this weight is nothing but what? Force acting per unit area, and this is nothing but your pressure. So in this manner the atmospheric pressure will be calculated for any place. Okay, so In simple, atmospheric pressure is defined as the atmospheric pressure at sea level is called normal atmospheric pressure. Okay, means at sea level the pressure is known as normal atmospheric pressure. Okay, the density of air in the atmosphere decreases with increase in the height and become negligible beyond a height of 8 kilometer. So that the height of the column, air column producing atmospheric pressure at sea level can be taken to be 8 kilometer. Okay, as you observe here this diagram, in which what we can see, you clearly seen that the density of air particles, okay, you observe here carefully, okay, this is the sea level, okay, to this sea level which is closer to the earth surface, where the air molecules are present in the more density, means they have a number of molecules present close to the earth surface. At this mountain the less number of air molecules are there, and as you move away from the earth surface, okay, means at a higher altitude the value of density of air molecules is going to be decreased. Okay, but what this indicates here, so our topic says us that is up to the 8 kilometer there is the density should be the somewhat countable. Okay, and this density of the air molecules present at this height means we consider the atmospheric layer up to the 8 kilometer. Beyond that this density of air molecules becomes negligible, and as it becomes negligible, so we will not take into the consideration. Means in short, the atmospheric pressure or the density of the air present at a certain height to the 8 kilometer should be considerable. Beyond that it is not considerable. So the region where the gas pressure is less than the atmospheric pressure is called vacuum. Very simple. Okay, if suppose we consider any region, okay, so at this case if the pressure present is less than that of the atmospheric pressure, then this pressure is called as a vacuum, or that place is known as a vacuum place. Okay, perfect or absolute vacuum means what? What is a perfect vacuum or absolute vacuum? When there is no matter, that is no atoms or molecules are present in a given place, then it is called as perfect or absolute vacuum. Okay, means this is a place. If suppose I am consider the example, if suppose I just take a can, okay, this can when pushed from the initially the pressure present, there is a presence of air which is an empty can, so the pressure present inside the can. Okay, this can is nothing but your coca-cola, etc, etc. Okay, such a type of can is there. So this can initially there is no presence of liquid, suppose. So at that time what we consider, in this empty can the air is present. Okay, as air is present inside this empty can, so the pressure present outside and pressure present inside both are equal. Inside pressure and outside pressure both are equal. Okay, so it have a perfect shape. But as you crush it, okay, as you push from the press it from the all sides, so what happens? The air get rushed out from the can. So what happens? Now you close the lid of this tin. So what happens? As you close the lid, it have a shape like this, means somewhat crush shaped. Okay, so what happens? Now the pressure present inside and pressure present outside both are not equal. The pressure present inside is what? Less. Pressure present inside is less than that of the pressure present outside, that is the atmospheric pressure. Okay, and what it causes, this causes, or this is known as a vacuum. याला फक्त काय म्हणायचं, vacuum. But what is the perfect or absolute vacuum? So in case of that, if suppose you make a crushing in such a way that, okay, there is no presence of a single air molecule inside it or any matter molecule, okay, so that particular condition is called as a perfect or absolute vacuum. Usually vacuum refers to the condition when the gas pressure is considerably smaller than the atmospheric pressure. Okay, in general, what is a vacuum? The gas pressure is less than that of the atmospheric pressure. Means the pressure at a given point is less than that of a gas pressure, atmospheric pressure. Then it is called as a vacuum. Okay. So next point, absolute pressure and gauge pressure. So for that we refer this table. So we studied, okay, that is what atmospheric pressure. What is atmospheric pressure? Atmospheric pressure at any point is the weight of the column of air of unit cross section starting from that point to the top of the atmosphere. Or in short, what you remember? Just remember that the atmospheric pressure is nothing but the pressure produced at a given point due to the atmospheric air. Okay, that will suppose we refer with a symbol P0. Next is your gauge pressure. So what is the gauge pressure? The gauge pressure is the difference between the absolute pressure and the atmospheric pressure. It's called gauge pressure. In case of gauge pressure, okay, what is the difference in between absolute pressure and atmospheric pressure? So P minus P0, where P will be considered as a absolute pressure. Okay, so in this manner we got this formula, P minus P0 is equals to H into rho into G, which is called as a gauge pressure. So next, absolute pressure. What is the absolute pressure? Simply, it is the sum of atmospheric pressure and gauge pressure. So what is the atmospheric pressure? That is a P0. Okay, and what is the gauge pressure? That is a H into rho into G. So these all things we have to study using the expressions. Okay, before that I will show the diagram what it indicates here. Gauge pressure, okay, and atmospheric pressure. If suppose we consider this is the atmospheric pressure, okay, if you exert the more pressure, extra pressure, okay, for that, to understood this gauge pressure and atmospheric pressure, I will explain you a simple example. Let me consider that a tube of the wheel, tube of the cycle tube or motorcycle tube, everyone know that. Okay, initially if no air is filled inside it, okay, there is no air filled, extra air filled inside it. Okay, so at that time what you observe, the pressure present here and pressure present inside, both are the same. Okay, means there is no excess of air is present inside it. Okay, if you put the pin here, at that time no air will be rush out. So if you fill the air inside this tube, so what happens? It will becomes a perfect shape. The tube becomes of perfect shape. Means what? The extra air will be included in it instead of atmospheric pressure. Means now the pressure present outside, okay, and pressure present inside, as you compare both pressures, so what you observe, pressure present inside should be greater as compared to the pressure present outside, means atmospheric pressure. Okay, means here the pressure present is known as a absolute pressure. Okay, at that time the pressure present inside the tube becomes the absolute pressure. Okay, the initial air present inside is called atmospheric pressure, and the pressure due to the extra air filled is called gauge pressure. Okay, understood? If suppose we consider this is the tire which is filled with the air, okay, so the pressure inside is what? Gauge pressure plus atmospheric pressure, and totally called absolute pressure. Okay, so let us start with the first expression. Pressure due to imaginary cylinder fully inside the fluid. Okay, for that we consider a tank filled with water. Assume that an imaginary cylinder of horizontal base area A and height x1 minus x2 equals to h. Okay, where x1 and x2 being the heights measured from the reference point, that is from bottom, as x1 is greater than x2. Okay, what here we have to consider? We have to consider the tank which is filled with a liquid, say as to water. Inside it we consider that a liquid cylinder. Okay, means it's an imaginary cylinder. Okay, having a base area A, okay, and height should be the h. How the height should be considered? At bottom we consider that x2. Okay, we measure the height from the bottom side. Okay, means like this. Okay, and at the top we refer the x1. So what we called x1 should be greater than x2. Okay, next, from figure what we consider, F1 be the downward force at the top of the cylinder. Okay, why this force will be exerted here? Look here, at this surface, say as to closer to x1. Okay, what is there? The liquid above this cylinder or top of the cylinder is there. This liquid will exert the force. This liquid exerts the force on the top of the cylinder, and that force will be the F1. Then F2 be the force at the bottom of the cylinder. As similar to that, okay, the liquid present below the cylinder exerts the force on the liquid present below the cylinder also exerts the force at the bottom of the cylinder, which is the F2, okay, and which is acting in a upward direction. Then weight mg, that is a downward force due to the weight of liquid column inside cylinder. Okay, this cylinder consists of a liquid molecules, and these liquid molecules have a certain weight, and this weight is acting in a downward direction. Okay, so what we observe here, we observe that when the cylinder is in static equilibrium, so there should be the two forces are acting. One is called upward force and other is called downward force. So total upward force equals to total downward force is possible when the cylinder is in static equilibrium. So friends, here what is the total upward force? As we observe in this diagram, F2 be the force acting in a F2 be the force which acting in the, okay, this F2 force which is acting in the upward direction, while F1 force is acting at the top of the cylinder, and second one weight mg which is also acting in a downward direction. Okay, means what? This force F2 acting in the upward direction, force F1 and mg is acting in a downward direction, and the result of that what we observe, the formula F2 is equal to F1 plus mg. Okay, now let we consider that P1 and P2 be the pressures at the top and bottom of the cylinders. Okay, due to the force F1, the pressure exerted at the top, is called P1, and pressure exerted at bottom is P2, which is due to the force F2. So friends, in this manner we got a we consider this one. Then according to that, what is the formula? F1 equals to, so force can be given by pressure multiplied by area. Either we have a formula of pressure P is equal to F divided by A, and so F is equal to P multiplied by A. Okay, and just we consider for a first case and for a second case. Okay, here let we consider that m be the mass of the water in the cylinder. So therefore mass is given by the formula, according to the formula of density is defined as mass divided by volume. So therefore mass can be given by density multiplied by volume of cylinder. Okay, therefore we will put here m is equal to, okay, density of the liquid is considered to be rho. Okay, if we consider that rho be the density of liquid, A be the area of cross section of cylinder. Okay, to calculate the volume, we know that the volume have a formula for a cylinder, area multiplied by height. So what is the area? Area should be the A, and what is the height? That is the x1 minus x2. Okay, and so therefore we have this formula, and by substituting all this value we get a relation rho multiplied by A into x1 minus x2. Therefore by substituting all the values in the relation, that is what, as F1 equals to P1 into A, okay, from this relation as well as from this relation in this formula, so what we get a relation F2 is equal to F1 plus mg. Instead of that we have a value now P2 into A is equal to P1 into A plus rho into A into x1 minus x2 into g. Okay, here we observe that in each term the A should be common, and therefore we will get cancel. Okay, therefore we have an equation, and this equation can be used to find the pressure of a liquid inside the liquid. Okay, means to find the pressure inside the liquid we consider this. Next, that is a case 1 that here we have to study, okay, which is related to the same pressure due to the liquid column. So in this case what we consider that the pressure due to the imaginary cylinder inside the fluid such that its top surface is at the surface of liquid. Okay, so as you observe the diagram you can understood what is the case here. Okay, in the previous diagram we studied there the cylinder is present completely inside the liquid. Okay, in this diagram what we observe there this cylinder is present, means the top of the cylinder is at the surface of liquid and bottom is present inside the liquid. Okay, so what we have to consider here? So we are going to consider here, consider a tank filled with water. Assume an imaginary cylinder of horizontal base area A and with its top at the surface of water. Okay, say as to x1. Means what we consider here, the x1 be the surface, okay, and x2 is present at the bottom of cylinder. So then next point, let me consider that x2 be the point at the depth h below the water surface. Okay, remember it is a depth below the water surface. Okay, then we consider P0 be the atmospheric pressure at water surface. Okay, what is that? The air will exert the pressure on the surface of water, and that is called atmospheric pressure, and where it should be present at this place x1. Okay, P1 and P2 are the pressure at the top and the bottom of the cylinder respectively, okay, due to water. So what is that? P1 is present at the top of the cylinder and P2 is present at the bottom of cylinder, as seen in the previous uh, slide. Then here we consider that from the previous formula, P2 is equal to P1 plus rho into x1 minus x2 into G. So therefore, we have to substitute x1 equals to 0, p1 equals to p0, and x2 is equals to minus h, and p2 equals to p. So how this coordinate should becomes? So let here x1, okay, as you consider it is a origin because we measure the depth below the surface of liquid, and so x1 referred as a 0. What is a x2? So as we have x1 minus x2 is equal to h. So as x1 has a value 0, so what is that? x2 is equals to minus h. Okay. Then second thing, P1 be the pressure present at the top, and so what is the pressure present here? That is the atmospheric pressure. What is the P2? P2 be the pressure at the bottom of the cylinder, and that we have to measure. We called it as a P. Okay, so in this manner all the suffix are considered here. By substituting all these values, we get a relation P is equal to P0 plus rho into 0 minus in bracket minus h into G, and according to that we have a relation P equals to P0 plus h into rho into G. So the above equation gives us the total pressure or the absolute pressure at the depth h below the surface of liquid. Okay, remember this is the absolute pressure. This pressure is called here absolute pressure, okay, because it is a sum of atmospheric pressure and gauge pressure. Okay, in this formula, this h into rho into G is called as a gauge pressure, which is a difference in between atmospheric pressure and absolute pressure. Okay, so in this manner, this is the first case. Similarly, we have to study the next case. In the next case, case 2, the pressure due to imaginary cylinder outside the fluid such that its bottom surface is at the surface of liquid. Okay, just look the diagram, same consideration is there. Consider a tank filled with water. Assume an imaginary cylinder of horizontal base area A with its bottom at the surface of water. So let here we consider this diagram. Okay, and what you observe in this diagram as compared to all these diagrams, this diagram is somewhat different. What is the difference here? In this diagram, your cylinder is present above the surface of liquid, okay, where the bottom of the cylinder touches to the surface of water, okay, and top surface is present in the air completely at distance d from the surface of water. Okay, so in this manner we consider the water filled in a cylinder or a tank. Assume the imaginary cylinder, okay, whose area of cross section is A and its bottom surface is on the surface of water, say as to position x2. So let me consider that x1 be the point which is present at a distance d above the liquid surface. As you observe here, where is the x1 present? Which is present at a distance d above the liquid surface. Okay, in the previous case we studied below the liquid surface at height h. Okay, means at depth h. Then P0 be the atmospheric pressure acting at the water surface, and that is what x2. Okay, at this position. So at x2 we observe that, means on the surface of liquid, okay, there is the presence of atmospheric pressure, and so at this stage x2 the value of pressure considered as a P0. Okay, P1 and P2 be the pressure at the top and the bottom of the cylinder respectively. What is the P1 should be present at the top and P2 should be present at the bottom. Okay, so as we know the formula from the previous case, okay, what is that? P2 is equals to P1 plus rho into x1 minus x2 into g. Okay, by substituting the values, x1 equals to d. Okay, why x1 equals to d? Okay, we know that as we consider here, x1 is present from the surface at a distance d. So x1 is present at a distance d. P1 at this place, P1, we consider the pressure at this place, that is a P1, and which is the pressure that we have to find. Okay, at the surface we consider the pressure P2, and where the atmospheric pressure is present. Okay, then after that we consider the density. Okay, but in previous cases we just considered the rho, but here the density should be considered as a rho of air, means density of air, because our cylinder is present, or we have to determine the pressure at a certain distance above the surface of liquid. Okay, and so by substituting all these values we get a relation P0 is equals to P plus rho air d into g. Okay, and to get the value of pressure we will shuffle the terms, that is P is equals to P0 minus d into rho of air into g, and so this above equation gives us the total pressure or absolute pressure P at a distance d above the surface of liquid. Okay, then we will compare all these 3 points. Okay, this is the first one, which is the basic of all this. There is a pressure due to the imaginary cylinder fully inside the fluid. Okay, second, that we consider the case 1, okay, which is written here shortly, and third one, that is again here, okay, which is also written in a shortly. These are the 3 different cases. As you observe and compare them carefully, you will get a complete solution. Okay, and comparatively you can study using these 3 diagrams and these 3 expressions. Okay, no more there. So here we will stop. Okay, if you have any doubt you can ask me in the section of comments. Okay, thank you for watching the video.